Well, hello everyone. I just wanted to come back and show you really quick how I'm gonna do some glitter tape, I guess, and some sponging just to add some accents to the water marbling that we had just done. This is the hand actually we just did the water marbling on. I don't know if you can see that the water marbling came out pretty nice. I was surprised. The pinky has too much white, as you can see. And we're going to take care of that with some tape. So I'm just going to start with the other hand here. Sorry about, again, the bad camera angle. But you can see on this middle nail here that I kind of messed up the water marbling, taking it out of the glass. Let me see if I can focus this for you. There we go. And it kind of got smudged at the side. So we're going to fix that with some tape and some holographic glitter. This is called Magnetic and it's by Revlon and I love the holographic. It's beautiful and it also has very tiny, small little glitters in there that kind of help hide some of the imperfections, and it's really, really easy for sponging. All right, so we're gonna get this glitter polish here. And what we're gonna do, let me just set this out of the way, is we're gonna take just some old craft tape that I happen to have, and I'm just gonna lay the edges right along where I want this stamping to be. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but see, I don't like the edges there, so I'm just gonna press this down. And we're going to kind of cover up this whole little side here in kind of like a, almost like a V shape. So I'm going to come from this side, and I'm going to get this off camera a little bit, I know. And I just laid it on the side here. I'm going to show you in just a second. It's hard for this camera angle. All right, so I've laid this down here. I'm sorry for that. But you can see it's not really covering much except for just this. I mean, it's not really exposing much except for just that little yuckiness. So I've got my handy dandy latex-free sponge here that I'm going to just pick up a bunch of this pretty holographic polish, and I'm just going to lay it on the side here. Kind of let it soak in a little. And I'm going to go back to that little area that we did, and I'm just going to sponge the color on. I don't know if you can see that. We got a little bit of magnetic sponging, but you can still see through it. So I want this to be completely covered. So here we go again. Get our nice handy dandy sponge. I pat it on because it seems, I don't know, that it sticks the glitter better. Because it's like a clearish polish, I guess, underneath. And we're gonna, again, just spongy, spongy, spongy. And if you did it correctly, all the glitter should be off this. So obviously, because I'm having to twist up for the camera angle, I am not covering as well as I should. Now you see that's pretty well covered, but I'm gonna do just a little bit more for safe measures, because you can't really put too much hollow on anything, I think. All right, a little bit more, and we're going to just finish sponging. Really pat it. I like to not push it into the nail, but you're gonna kind of pat on the nail because it kind of helps absorb that extra sponge. The sponge absorbs the extra polish. So we're just going to grab it from the side and peel it off. Ooh, so we got a little peekaboo of glitter on there now. All right, so what I do is I'm going to take my Orly top coat, and this is the one I was talking about in the last video, and it's called Shine On Crazy Diamond. I don't know if you can see that, but this stuff is amazing, and I got it on clearance. Incredible. So shake it up a little bit, of course, and I'm going to finish this design off with a beautiful holographic top coat. Okay, that is so pretty. Obviously the next ones will be done too, but I want to show you how I'm going to do the little sun for my nail on this one. Actually, it's going to be a little moon, but we're going to see how that turns out. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of shake up our clear polish. I'm going to get my little nail art brush. This came with a polish I didn't like very well, so I decided I'm going to use it for nail art, and it works very well. I'm also going to use more of the Revlon polish, but this one is a holographic pearls. I think it's supposed to be used for a top coat, but I love this stuff. It is just beautiful, and again, just like with the magnetic, it is very, very see-through, so it's kind of silver with very tiny holographics in it, and I really like that. To get more of a glitter effect, I'm going to use, again, some Wet n Wild, and this one is more of a gold polish. Ooh, it's called Ready to Propose. So we're going to start out by opening all of your polishes. I'm sorry I'm not prepared, as always. I'm also going to open my Blackout by Sally Hansen, because you never know when you're going to need to line something, and while the polish is wet, you can take advantage of all of that. So I'm going to start out by laying down a thick coat of the invisible polish, roughly nail size. I like to make it bigger, obviously, so you can see the design as you do it. It's almost like water marbling. You can pick a spot. Let me just scooch over here just a little. All right. So next we're going to come in with our Ready to Propose, the gold. And at the lower half, I'm just going to let that nice little drop spread out. And on one half of this lower graphic, I am going to put a little drop of the holographic pearls. In just a second, I'm going to get you back into angle here. And as you can see, I can get you scooted back over. We have a little bit of holographic pearls to the bottom. Now I'm going to put just the slightest little touch of black right at the bottom. And I'm going to get our little brush. So what I want to do with this black is kind of pull it out of our little moon and pull it around. The same thing on this side. I'm going to pull this around. We're kind of framing. Now, while this is still wet, pull it all the way up and around. Then I'm going to come back in with some clear polish, and I'm just going to circle this so we can get a really nice kind of a twirled effect and make our moon bigger. A little bit more. Pull that polish around the edges. I'm going to take my little, there we go, it's a little better angle. I'm going to take my little brush here, and I'm going to start in the middle, touching the black. And I'm going to kind of swirl around, back down into the black, back down into the black, kind of pull up and around. And we can pull the other direction, really working that polish up and around. You're going to kind of get a drag marble effect if you're doing this correctly. There we go. Pull a little bit up. All right, I really, really like that. Let's show you how it looks here. That is so pretty. See, if it's not focused, you can see the hollow. All right, so that's gonna go over my green nail, and I'll show you here. That's gonna go over the green nail. And then you can really see the hollow in the other nail as well. Now I am gonna put this drag marble that I did, I actually think I'm gonna do this one, on my other hand and for like a placement. It's really pretty and it's really easy. It's almost just like this one. I know it doesn't look pretty now, but once it dries, I'll show you in the next video. Thanks for watching.